kwa sababu excuses hamalizi. Kama hutaki uchaguzi, kaa kando, uende nyumbani, wacha taifa iende mbele.
All right, let me now bring in my colleague, Chris Stary, joining us from Kilifi. Chris, good morning. Now, one of the things about Kilifi County is that the governor previously, just a few weeks ago, said that he doesn't even need to campaign for Raila Odinga because really he's like a bishop there and you cannot ask a bishop to get saved. And so quite confident that Raila Odinga will be able to, to get almost all the votes in that particular county. So how is the ground looking for Jubilee even as they take their campaigns there?
Well, a very good morning to you, Betty. And just to correct you, I'm yet to get to Kilifi County. That is, we'll be heading to Kaloleni constituency. Currently, I'm still in Mombasa town, just some few meters from State House of Mombasa, where President Uhuru Kenyatta is meeting a delegation of local leaders from the coastal region. Remember that yesterday he held a meeting with close to 3,000 local leaders from the 6 counties in the coastal region. And it is a meeting, or there are meetings that he has been holding at State House, and this is just one of them. And after that meeting at around 11 a.m. he will be heading to Kaloleni constituency, that is in Kilifi County. And as you correctly put it, we have Governor Amason Kingi, and who was elected on an ODM ticket. As you said, in regards to campaigning for the NASA presidential candidate Raila Odinga, my thinking would be that his statement comes amid the results that came out after the August 8th elections. Remember that in Kilifi County, all the MCAs were elected under the political parties of the NASA coalition. And Jubilee did not quite well perform in Kilifi County. But the president has just decided, well, he will still be visiting those regions that he thinks that he's supposed to at least convince them that this time round they should change their mind. Remember that since Sunday he has been receiving defectors, not really to say that they are defectors from their political parties to Jubilee, but they came out and stated that this time round they will be supporting President Uhuru Kenyatta's re-election bid. And one of them was the former senator of Mombasa County, Hassan Omar. And we also saw yesterday the governor of Taita Taveta, or the former, is the former governor for Taita Taveta, that is John Murutu, and who actually contested as an independent candidate, but on an ODM ticket that time during the 8th August elections, but he failed to clinch that seat or to get re-elected. And now we have the governor there, who is Granton Samboja, and who was elected on a Wiper ticket. From Kaloleni, the president will be heading to Voi, that is in Taita Taveta County, where he's also expected to hold a series of meetings and a public rally in Voi town. And that area, as you say, it has been perceived as a NASA stronghold, given that we have the governor who was elected on a Wiper ticket, and which is an affiliate party of the NASA coalition. We are yet to get whether the Granton Samboja will be welcoming the president in Taita Taveta County, as we saw yesterday when the president went to Kongowea, and we saw the Nyali member of parliament, Muhammad Ali, coming out and stating that although he's an independent, who is elected as an independent member of parliament, for him, he will be supporting each side or any side that comes out and tries to help the issues or challenges that bedevil the people of Nyali constituency. Betty.
All right, Chris, you mentioned very well that, we saw Hassan Omar, of course, on Sunday defect to Jubilee, and yesterday we also saw him as part of the campaign trail. Today, I don't know if we're expecting him to also be part of that team, but does he really bring any political capital, considering that, in the race for the gubernatorial seat back on August 8th, he only came third?
Well, Betty, these are politics, and knowing very well that we have only 2 presidential candidates, that is Raila Odinga on the ODM party under the NASA coalition, and President Uhuru Kenyatta on a Jubilee party, this time round, even one vote counts. And for them as Jubilee, what they are saying, or what they're claiming out there, is that if they manage to get someone like Hassan Omar, yes, he came number 3 in the race for the gubernatorial seat, coming in third after Shabal on a Jubilee ticket, and Ali Hassan Joho, who was elected as the Mombasa governor. Well, we can't underestimate that, yes, Hassan Omar also has a following. And the argument that Jubilee is putting on the ground is that, yes, even if he manages to bring an extra 1 or 2 or 3 votes, or manages even to convince some of his close friends to support the re-election bid of President Uhuru Kenyatta, then that is a plus to the Jubilee party, because for them, they continue insisting that, yes, they still have the 8.4 million votes that they managed to get on the 8th of August. And so for them is that they'll make sure that they convince each and every person, regardless of the political affiliation that he or she might be supporting, knowing very well that we are now 15 days to the repeat of the presidential election. Betty.
Right, Chris, finally, let's now talk about the electorate, because really NASA has not been aggressively campaigning like they were before the August 8th poll. And even in Mombasa and the coastal city, really, before the August 8th election, we saw quite a number of rallies, big rallies, you know, fronted by the governor of Mombasa, Hassan Joho, and Amason Kingi, but now we're not seeing this happen. What really is the feeling of the residents, and especially the supporters of NASA, with regards to NASA really not coming out strongly to campaign as Jubilee is?
Well, Betty, there are some very pertinent questions that the supporters of NASA are asking on the ground. Something to note about is that we've been here in Mombasa County since Sunday. And remember that yesterday the NASA brigade was holding demonstrations in counties perceived to be their strongholds. Mombasa being one of them, they held those demonstrations. But the governor of Mombasa was missing in action. The last time that the demonstrations were also took place, he was also missing in action. We've not seen a rally that has been organized in Mombasa. And remember that NASA had organized or had planned to come to the coastal region, starting with Mombasa County and then Kilifi County, but they postponed those rallies. What we understand is that there are those issues or the challenges that are still the people or the leadership of the coastal region feel that they have been shortchanged. For instance, just to take you to Kilifi County, they performed very well in terms of electing, or in terms of voting for their preferred presidential candidate and their parties, that is the NASA side, and they got good results in terms of those who are elected. Jubilee did not get any member of parliament, not even a single member of the county assembly. But when it came to splitting or sharing these positions in the National Assembly and in the Senate, for instance, the position of the minority, the deputy minority, the chief whips, there is no single leader from the coastal region was was proposed to be given any of these slots, noting that they performed very well as a region from the coast, from this region of the coast. And so they even raised these issues in Parliament, saying that they feel shortchanged. And what we're gathering is that NASA decided faster to solve those issues, and that's the reason why even their leader Raila Odinga decided to shelve some of those positions, coming out and stating that the only position that has been given out of confirmed is that of the minority leader in the National Assembly, that was of John Mbadi, and in the Senate we have the senator for Bungoma and also one of the NASA principals, Moses Wetangula, been given that or retaining that position of the minority leader in the Senate. And so, of course, there's those voices who feel the disgruntled voices on the ground, but it will depend on how the leadership tackles this issue, and just to ensure that the votes they manage to get on the 8th of August, well, they will increase, or if not increase, then they will still maintain those votes as they got on the August 8th election.